guys, for tonight's dinner, I'm gonna teach you my version of shepherd's pie. Let's start. Peel and chop the potatoes if it's too big, and cook in boiling salted water for 12 to 15 minutes or until tender. There are lots of kinds of potatoes in the market, but I chose these little Yukon Gold potatoes because I read that it's richer than the others and perfect for mashed potatoes. I already peeled and minced the garlic and onions. I have also cut the broccoli head and I removed most of the stems. Now I'm going to chop my sweet pointed bell pepper. You can have any color of bell pepper. I chose red so my shepherd's pie will be bright and colorful. Make sure to remove all the seeds before cutting it. Slice into thin strips and dice it. Next, chop the celery about the same size as the bell peppers. And lastly, dice the carrots. Prepare them about the same size as the other vegetables. If you have peas, you can add them too. Actually, it's easier if you have a store-bought frozen mixed veggies, so you can skip this cutting process. But I had no time to buy some, so I'm using whatever vegetables I have in my fridge. I'll start cooking the filling. Using a large non-stick pan, heat up oil over medium-high. Sauté the onions and garlic and cook for about a minute. And then add your lean ground beef. Stir constantly and cut the big chunks of meat with your spoon. Add the beef bouillon. Stir until the cubed meat seasoning has melted, and then add the rosemary. Continue to cook the meat for about 8 to 10 minutes. Once the meat is cooked, I'll start adding the vegetables. First, carrots. Cook the carrots for about 2 minutes and then add the celery and bell peppers. Taste and season with salt and pepper until you get your desired taste. And then, last but not the least, add the broccoli. Now I'm going to add a few tablespoons of cornstarch slurry. I just dissolved 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to 2 tablespoons of water. If you want it thicker, you can add more cornstarch. The slurry will serve as a binder for your filling, and so it will hold the ingredients together and it will not fall apart when you slice and serve them. Continue to cook the veggies for another 5 minutes, stirring constantly. After 5 minutes, turn off the heat and transfer the filling to a square glass baking dish. I like using glass baking dish because it helps me level the filling inside and it looks nicer as it bakes. Also, when it's done, you don't need to transfer it to a different serving dish. You can serve it as is. Now I'll set this aside as I continue to make my mashed potatoes. I will drain this and leave to steam dry. I have this really nice potato masher and riser that I got for I think $10. It was a steal deal. Nowadays, you can probably get them for a double or triple the price. I like this because it's easy to use and saves me a lot of time when making any mashed vegetables. All I need to do is fill this with boiled potatoes, simply put this flat thing in place and press. Once the potatoes are all mashed, add the butter. And then add heavy cream. Stir until well blended. My mashed potatoes wouldn't be complete without cheese, so I'm adding half cup of grated cheddar cheese into it. Stir until cheese is well spread. And season to perfection with salt and cool completely. Now it's time to add the mashed potato topping to my dish filled with beef filling. Level it using a spatula. You can also make a small or individual servings of shepherd's pie using ramekins. And then, using a fork, run it from end to end of your topping. You can make waves too. It will look pretty when it bakes. Broil this for 10 minutes or until topping is golden brown. After 10 minutes, look at this beautiful dish. Dinner is ready! Here is my version of shepherd's pie. It's also known as cottage pie in some countries. It's a casserole filled with ground beef and veggies under a delicious and rich layer of mashed potatoes. Another great recipe to share with your loved ones. Happy eating!